This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Hi, this is Dan Jurgens, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello.
The best soundbite.
That's right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Nightwing News. Not the one we were expecting. Yes, Tim Seeley had a family emergency, had to cancel. Hopefully we get him next week, but so we figured we will continue on with our Detective Comics run.
Hey, in true Dick Grayson fashion, we're adaptable.
We're flying without a net. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. And I am Phil. Joining me, as always, is...
Hi, I'm Kristen.
See, some of you people making them crazy with just give it way on everything. See? Slide right in there. But yeah, hopefully, yes, everything's fine on his next week. Oh, what were you impressed by that game?
Hi, this is Devin Grayson, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I got a bunch of them.
Yeah, did you record Kyle too?
Did we ask Kyle? I forget.
Oh, fail on our part. Fail.
Oh, no, fail.
We'll have to ask him back to record it.
All right, so no new issue of Nightwing yet. But
we know it's going to be a good one because Dan told us. Yes, he told us no spoilers. Actually, he just said read it.
I asked him about B, and he was like, "Oh, read 76." I was like, "Oh, I know that." But no, I was online today doing my online order for my store. I did make sure I ordered Nightwing Future State #1 for January. So.
Oh, I did that as well over the weekend. Also, there's another new Teen Titans omnibus coming out, so I put that on my list.
Oh, but there were two appearances. I wish I had them in front of me. 2 appearances of Dick Grayson last week.
Yes, and they were.
That one panel I sent you, was it Detective 10?
Oh, yeah, Tech something.
It was either 1028 or 1020. Oh, wait. 1028 or 1029. I forget which one. But yeah, the latest one, Bruce Wayne's on a yacht full of, it was like a fundraiser for a new mayor, and they get attacked by the latest, terrorist group, and Bruce is like, I can't change, so who's he call in? Who comes flying in on a hang glider? Dick Great, Nightwing.
And he makes pirate jokes.
Yeah. He's only there for 2 pages, he comes in and kicks them in the face, kicks bad guys in the face, and takes off.
Comes in, makes jokes, please.
And then he was also...
Solid performance all around.
And then he was also in Batgirl #50.
Oh, did that just come out?
Yeah, that was last week, too.
That's the last Batgirl, isn't it?
Yeah, the current... I mean, I'm sure they'll probably renumber and everything else, but...
But they have... just real quick before we say... They have not said yet when they're restarting some of these.
Yeah, they haven't said. I know they...
Okay.
I know they announced Harley Quinn. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they did a bunch of them in March, because that future state is January and February. So I wouldn't be surprised if a bunch of them came back, in March.
Yeah, that would make sense.
A bunch of #1.
Okay, sorry. So what happened in Batgirl 50? I haven't read it yet. It's still...
Well, the Dick Grayson part was just real quick. I mean, they were in the cave, and he was trying to apologize to her, for attacking her when the Joker had control of him, and she was I don't know, she's kind of mean to him. She was like, "Oh, if you want my friendship back, man, you got to earn it." I'm like, really?
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. I don't know. She was mad at everyone in that issue, her father, and I don't know. I mean, I get what they were trying to make her an activist and stuff, but I don't know. Just the writing, I don't know. She just came off as kind of I mean, there are times to get angry, but she was lashing. It seems like she was lashing out at her family and friends. I was like, really?
That's weird. Because, I haven't read it, so I guess I'll have to check. But that seems kind of weird because the whole time she was, kept going over to be friends with Dick. And even part of the reason that she got him to kind of stop attacking her or be distracted was she was appealing to their friendship. So it does seem kind of weird.
Yeah.
That when he was apologizing, she would be like,
again, different writers.
I don't want to hear it. Yeah, that doesn't seem fitting with, because of course it's not like just because she's a bad girl, she has to accept apologies, but, I mean, it seems like she knew that he was being mind controlled by that thing. It seems like that's the kind of thing that, you would accept. Someone's like, I'm sorry I beat you up when I was being mind controlled. You'd be like, yeah, it's cool.
I'm not saying she can't be upset, but she just seemed way angrier than Barbara usually is with like...
Right, well, yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. It sounds like it doesn't kind of fit with the way she was in some of the earlier issues.
Yeah, like she would have been more like, oh, I'm hurt, but, we're going to get through this, Oh, and then...
it also seems you'd be like, I understand you were under mind control. Like,
yeah. And then the week before that, Justice League 55 came out. Remember, Nightwing's in that. I don't know. Basically, everyone but Lex Luthor gets like, they almost get put in like a dream state from these Starros, but like Dick's able to break.
Yeah, I did read that one.
Oh, you read that? Yeah, Dick's able to break free. And like, Lex is like, oh.
Yeah, and they think it has to do with the brain damage.
Yeah, well, because his memory is fragmented and stuff, yeah.
So he was able to break out and be like, this isn't real. And now we'll see what happens, because Hawkgirl met up with Martian Manhunter, and that was what the Starro wanted to happen or something.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, that's true.
Suspense. Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Speaking of suspense, should we segue into this?
Yes. Detective.
This is actually... It's like old suspense, but a little bit suspenseful, the end part about James Gordon Jr.
Yes, because this, Detective 874 and 875 from April and May 2011.
Wow, jeez. Really? 9 years ago?
Well, yeah, because it's like right before New 52, yeah.
No, but I kind of forget that New 52's been around this long.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
It makes me feel old.
Sorry, I was just looking at email. Looks like we may, Mr. Tim Seeley is saying yes next week, so.
Alright, so 874, sorry, I checked, is 874 start with,
the Silver Box
Jim?
Diner?
Yes, okay, yeah, because for me it kind of like runs through, like I've been there a while, but yeah, okay, so it starts with
Gordon's talking.
Jim.
Yeah.
James Gordon Jr. meeting up with Jim.
And he's saying, yeah. Jim Jr.'s like, yeah, I'm not here to upset you or Barbara. He's talking about the birds. I saw you on camera at the aviary. James like, I was good there when I'm in town. I have good memories. And then he's what's that on your shirt? Oh, it's blood, Dad. I killed a waitress, and while you were talking to Barbara, her head is stuffed in the toilet in the men's room. And he's like, no, it's just ketchup. I'm sorry. It was just a joke.
No, but we're suspicious because we saw... Is that? What was that?
He's...
In a coming up slide panel, there's water coming up from under the men's room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this one, when they're talking, it's really a lot of background of stuff you need to know. Because James Gordon Jr. doesn't have, like, a big comic book presence before this, does he?
No.
Is this kind of his introduction?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, we really didn't see him much. This might be some of his first stuff. I mean, he appears, I think, way more once New 52 and Rebirth and all that. But yeah, I mean, well, literally his first appearance is Batman Year One, because he's that's when he's born.
Right.
Which so how old is Jim Jr.? So I mean, I'm sure New 52 changed the continuity, but it's like, wait a minute.
And you know how people age weirdly in comics. Some people age very slowly, and some people age very rapidly. Like, Joker's daughter was invented, and then 2 years later or something, she was the same age as Dick Grayson. Boom.
Yeah. But I'm trying to remember. I think that, I don't know if they've said, like, it was I don't know if he's brain damaged or something, because at the end of Year One, spoilers, I mean, he gets, like, thrown off a bridge, and Bruce has to, like, catch him as he's falling off the bridge and stuff.
Yeah, Jim does say something about the fall or something.
But yeah, there's just always been incidents with him in childhood, stuff happening to people, and guess they could like never prove it.
Yep.
But yeah, like you said, there's water coming out of the men's room.
Yep. Then it sets up for something. James Jr. wants to work with Leslie. So he says, put in a good word for me with the Waynes. And Jim's like, Dick Grayson has known you since you were a kid. His opinion of you is set in stone.
But yeah,
and James Jr. says, but he respects you. Look, I'm not going to ask you to tell him I'm a good person. All I'm asking for you is to request that he doesn't put in a bad word for me.
Yeah, he's doing this drug trial and stuff.
And then Jim, you're like, oh my god, no! Oh, shoo. It's just toilet paper clogging up the men's room.
What a jerk.
I know, it is still like a jerk move. I mean, at least no one's dead, but yeah, it's still like, what a jerk move. Who does that?
I know. It's like, come on. Don't be messing with
Psychopath. Psychopath. So then the second issue is more of the James, that's hard to say, James Jr. stuff. But the second half of 874 sets up the Hungry City aspect. And I just want us to talk about it briefly because it includes one of my favorite panels in all of comics. Look at this in this whole fat book. I marked it. Yes. Where Dick says, Batman says, nope, but be careful, Red Robin. They're wearing sunglasses at night, which means they're very, very cool. Love it. Love it. Such a Dick Grayson thing to say.
Oh, yeah, because Tim's telling Dick that he shouldn't be out on patrol yet because, remember, he got gassed or whatever.
That's that poisoned kind of scarecrow fear stuff.
That's right. Yeah, during the Black Mirror storyline.
Yep.
See, three weeks back.
Yep. And also, it's nice that, Dick and Tim are working together again. They're friends. Yep. They're friends again.
Yep.
They're BFFs. I mean, I guess they were never not friends.
Yeah, but especially now with Bruce's back.
But Tim was like,
yeah,
kind of hurt since Dick fired him. He didn't really fire him. It wasn't like he was as harsh as Bruce, but he really should have gone about it better. And that's still one of my main beefs. If Dick were a real person, a real character, he would have done it better than they wrote it in the books. Because they didn't write it in the books.
It was a plot device, they needed Tim out of that cave and they needed it, they put him in his own Red Robin series.
Right, yeah, I mean, they needed, more intellectual properties. That being said, Tim not being Robin to Dick and moving on does, doing his own Nightwing thing, does make sense. They just should have had Dick and Tim talking about it. And Dick laying out his reasons like, hey, I need a way to keep track of Damian. I think Robin is the way to do that. I think you're too good to be a sidekick. I don't want you to feel like I'm rejecting you, blah, blah, blah. Which I feel like is what really would have happened.
Yeah, he should.
But they're like, we can't write all that exposition. We don't have time for that.
Yeah. He should have been like, Bruce is dead and, Damian needs help. And he's like, you've been good enough to move out on your own for a while, but especially now with Bruce gone.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense. They just should have had them talk it out.
Yeah.
And that's my main beef that they never did.
But I like this art, but it's like, you get
We'll get to that next year to 2021, because I know you have those issues on the list.
That's right. But yeah, I like this art.
Spoiler alert, everyone.
But yeah, I love this art with we get 2 full splash pages and then a double splash page of just them fighting.
Yeah, no, it is pretty cool.
So yeah, that does eat up some of the page count on this. Yeah, we get some big splash pages. Oh, and then Dick starts hallucinating again.
Yep.
That I guess.
Coming for you, Dickie. Going to eat you up.
Yeah, I guess he's. I don't know. What is he? Does he know what he's hallucinating, or is it just looks like eyes looking up from the dark?
Yeah, he just sees in his eyes. Well, and then he sees an orca.
Yep.
Which don't we later find out that is maybe not a hallucination?
Maybe, yeah.
Stay tuned.
And then Tim has to pull him out of the water. There was I saw you. What? You saw what? Nothing. But yeah, then Tim's like, I want to show you something. So they go down into the hull of the ship. A rosada iguana, a gold-backed tarantula. Everything in this room is highly endangered. Who do you think, Yakuza?
I know, but then we get Dick being so smart. I thought so because of the fighting style, but the tattoos don't look like traditional Irozumi.
Yep.
Not to mention they all have a complete set of fingers. Someone we haven't seen before.
Not someone come back to get us from before.
Yeah, that's cool. Like I said, it has that amazing reference to sunglasses at night. Oh, yeah.
And I mean, that's literally the first issue. So, I mean, it's good, but yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a lot. It's like Gordon talking to, his son, that whole thing. And then there's the Bruce and, like I said, the Dick and Tim thing, which a lot of that is like a couple splash pages too that eats up the fight, and that's it. Yeah,
I mean, they're really setting a lot of stuff up for later. That being said, though, I think it's a testament to that Scott Snyder is good at this, that those could very easily be quote-unquote boring issues because so much of it is dialogue, but you're not bored. When Jim and his son are talking, you're not bored. I mean, quite the opposite. It was making me nervous because you just don't know. And so, great job, Scott Snyder. I'm sure you're out there.
This first issue and like even this next issue, I think they're like kind of like bridging issues between Black Mirror and what comes next.
Yeah, they definitely are. But they're really intense. They're really good on the sense of dread.
Oh yeah, and like you said, I mean, this could easily be boring, but yeah, Scott Snyder's like building the mystery, and then he's like really amping up the suspense and stuff. Yeah.
Well, and he does an excellent job with this in both issues. I think the kind of, I mean, not that I'm an expert in psychology or anything, but of kind of getting at these, what is so destabilizing about someone with psychopathic tendencies, which is, are they doing something wrong, or do you just think they are? And you know that there's some weirdnesses with James Jr. Is he really doing better? You want to, I think Gordon, like so many of us, is the kind of person that wants to give somebody a second chance. So it's thinking, okay, do I give my son a second chance? Is he really better? But then there are all these hints that, maybe not. But then you kind of are wondering, well, is that me just letting my biases get in the way? Or is there something going on there? And that's what makes it, that's what builds up the sense of dread, and that's what makes it so good and not boring.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Because, the 875 opens, Harvey Bullock's at the aviary with some dead birds. Hey, remember? Oh, James Gordon Jr. said he'd like to stop the aviary when he was in town.
Yeah, well, and Jim already saw him on the tape that he was there. And we see there's a bird's kind of cracked and stuff, or eggs cracked open, and rats are coming in to feast. Gnarly. And then we get taken to then Jim is still watching somebody, facial recognition in progress, and then we get taken to a flashback. Because someone is killing kids, and it seems escaping through the window, which is why they call him the Peter Pan killer. But Lieutenant, yes, he's still Lieutenant Gordon, and his wife Sarah is still alive. He thinks that that's a distraction technique, and instead the guy's coming in through the front door.
But no, it's his wife Barbara, but he answers the phone. Oh, Sarah?
Right, because they say it's his wife, but she's like, it's your ex-wife, but they forgot to say that. And she's saying, something's up with our kid. We see him watching her in the background, and she doesn't know. And we see Jim following that guy. Wait, we forgot to say his name. Roy, right? Roy Blount.
Yeah.
Then he's thinking about what's weird about his son. Oh, look! He killed a bird.
Well, yeah, because Barbara's been taking him to the doctor. They want to do more tests on him because they thought it might be autism, but it's not autism. Don't you think I know the things he says sometimes? You never know exactly what he means, but there's something cold in. Something wrong with that.
Yep. Some of the weirdnesses. He's killing birds. Dresses up as Joker.
But yeah, they kind of played with the timeline here too, because like I guess they're saying like Sarah was already Jim's second wife, but it's like earlier on, what was it, like early 90s? Like, she didn't even come back to town. Like, she had been in year one, then she left town. She didn't come back until like years and years after he had been in like commissioner. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking, was that he was not married for a long time. Yeah. But, I mean, they've also saying here, like, oh, Barbara skips 2 grades now. Like, I mean, I realize she's smart, but they don't even really, like, have people skip grades anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's bad for your social development. But anyway, this is really the freaky part. So they're visiting Jim, Sarah, Barbara, and James Jr.
I love this. I love in this flashback, just Gordon freaking out when his son dresses up like the Joker.
I know, but like for real. Why would you do that?
I mean, yeah, it is weird. I mean, there are kids who dress up. I mean, mostly fictional. But there are kids who dress up like killers for Halloween.
Right. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but on the one hand, seriously, if your dad is a cop who spends a lot of his time fighting the Joker, seems a bit much.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess they go on vacation or something to this.
Yeah, they go to vacation to some cabin where they must go a lot because Barbara already has a friend there, Bess.
Yeah, because I guess they must spend the summers together because they have like this science kit, and they promise they only do it together because one keeps the box and the other one keeps the key to the box.
Which, notice the key is on a bat keychain.
Yes.
Although Bess keeps the key instead of Barbara. Oh yeah, and that's funny because she introduces him as her stepbrother.
Yeah.
But earlier they were, so that's kind of cute. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's like sometimes they seem to emphasize maybe Jim's my uncle, but really my dad, and sometimes they downplay it with the older one.
Yeah.
But it feels like, I guess he's your stepbrother. I don't know. I don't think that's the right term.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess he's not your half brother either, but
because I think that's one of the things they actually did clean up from New 52 on is like, now he's like actually her like full brother, I believe.
Oh, so they went back to the beginning where Barbara is Jim's daughter.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure from New 52 on. Yeah, she's like actually his daughter. Yeah.
Well, it honestly didn't make sense.
Yeah, I know.
So I know that they only tried to do it. I think it was weird because I think they were trying to do it to make Jim Gordon younger, but at the same time they were also making Barbara younger. So it was like, well, if you're making them both younger, you don't really need to change
exactly
the relationship. Plus, it's like Jim married Barbara, and then their kids are Barbara and James, and it's weird if his daughter is Barbara. But, like, wait, so your brother named his daughter after his brother's wife? That's weird.
They could have did it to honor her, but,
Yeah. I mean, anyway.
But, this Bess makes fun of little Jim. Those are some serious space goggles.
She's teasing him.
Yeah, so she's just trying to tease you. Oh, I get it, because my glasses, meaning the lenses could focus the sunlight to create a hotspot. That's funny. But yeah, they're telling about the science kit.
And then they see him trying to break it.
Or break the lock, yeah. You little twerp. I was trying to open it for you, Barbara. The lock was tricky. But who said I wanted it open? I'm sorry, I just figured that way. If Bess ever went away, you'd still be able to use it. Went away? What are you talking about? Why would she ever go away? I meant moved away. Yeah. So yeah, then Bess is like, let's get out of here. I thought my brother was creepy.
Right, yeah.
You can play with him if you want, James. That's okay, Mrs. Gordon. But yeah,
I guess it does make a little sense that she says stepbrother, because obviously she lives full time with Jim, and it seems like James must not, because Barbara's clearly been coming here for years, because she already knows best.
Yeah.
But
well, I know even like the, years before this. Yeah, I think that was always the story. It's like, when they divorced, Barbara like moved away and took James. Yeah. But yeah, Gordon's following this Roy guy, I think.
And then we see Bess.
Oh, Bess goes missing.
Yeah.
because her parents must call Gordon. Yeah, no, she left hours ago. I'll walk the path. I'll get someone out in the water too. We'll find her. So yeah. But then Barbara's like, she wants to tell her dad something. I saw something in James's hand, Dad. I think it was something in it. I think it was Bess's keychain. And then he's like, what? I'm saying I think he did something to her, Dad. I think it was him.
There's a lot of drama in these couple issues.
Oh, yeah.
And then Gordon follows Roy back to his apartment.
But he's like, yeah, I used to read Peter Pan to my daughter when she was little. You remember how it ends, Roy? I'll tell you. Peter Pan, he comes back to Wendy's house after all these years.
Finds the window locked.
Yep.
He figured out that it stopped when Roy got sent away for something else. But they cross-reference. He used the cleaning business, and so he could unlatch the key, or unlatch the door, make a fake key or something, and then open the window as a distraction, just like Jim said. And then what? It looks like Jim pushes him?
I don't know if he pushed.
Or are they both falling?
I don't know if they're fighting, and
Okay, because it's kind of unclear.
Yeah.
It's like, Keith points him. I mean, if they were in California, I would assume they just had an earthquake at that moment, and they both started falling, but I don't know about in Gotham.
But then, in the flashback, Jim goes to talk to little James. Did you find her? No, not yet. What are you doing? Just an experiment. How did you open that case? It's the science case. What do you mean, Dad? I used this knife. A plain old knife. Yeah, that's all creepy.
Alright, and then Jim's trying to hold on to the guy. And then Roy makes it extra mysterious. He says, one day I decided if you were out to get me, why not come after you too? So the summer before my accident, I did come after you. I followed you up to that summer house, and I came for your boy. I came for James.
And in the flashback, he's just asking James, what did you do? What did you do? Nothing. I was here the whole time. No more lies. Tell me the truth. Then, Roy's in the present telling him, one day I waited till your old lady left James alone for a second. I walked up to him and I had a whole story concocted. How I was lost, how I had toys in my car. It's a mix of Gordon trying to get the truth out of his son with Roy telling him in the present. He smiled and he said, I know who you are. And the look he gave me, it's the killer saying, and the look he gave me, it sent chills up my back. Me.
Yeah.
It was you,
So
Roy.
then,
You killed Bess. You. And then we hear a voice, let go, Commissioner, because we see Dick swinging as Batman and grab Roy. You can let go, Commissioner. It's over.
Gordon thinks, but how could it be over when we never found Bess, or the keychain, or any evidence connecting James to her disappearance? So seriously, Bess, that has to be so hard for her family. They never even found her body?
I guess, no.
Yeah, it says we never found Bess. And then Batman says, I looked through the aviary, but it was just a couple of teenagers who opened up the cages. Was that good news? Funny thing is, I'm not sure anymore. Just an old case. So, yeah. Leaving it open-ended like that. So, what do you think, Phil? What happened to Bess?
I think it's James, but you never know. I mean, they do take him darker. Again, once New 52 starts, but... we'll give
that's why it's so good. And that's why it's like, oh, yeah, good drawing of a psychopath, because you really don't know, and you really felt like you were like, probably James did something, but now Roy admits he was there, and we know who killed kids. But Roy doesn't say anything about killing her, and Roy admits he was killer and he was scared of James Jr. So yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, not a lot of Dick in these issues, but it's like I said, these two are like a big bridging arc between what's coming up next. That we have 2 more episodes of Detective, which we'll probably get to after the Tim Seeley interview. So yeah, they bridge that, which there's a lot more Dick Grayson there. So,
but we had the setup with the Orca and Sunglasses at Night, which means they're very, very cool.
That's right.
Which the issue is worth it for that panel alone.
Yes. Because I was about to say, you know what, this might not be a long episode, but so what? We gave you almost a 2-hour Kyle Higgins interview. Come on.
True. these ones. Well, it's only 2 issues, and
Not a lot of Dick Grayson.
but you should read. But yeah, they're good to read because it's a really good job of, because normally you're not. It sounds like from what Kyle and some other people were telling us, you're not allowed to write a lot of dialogue. But these are extremely dialogue driven, and they're really good.
And again, like, read the whole thing, where did we start? Did we start at 871? I mean, yeah, go through 871 through 881. Yeah, just binge it. It's
Yeah,
great.
I mean, you really need these issues.
Yeah.
You'd be super confused if you were like, what?
Yeah, no, just don't jump in the middle. You might be a little confused. But I mean, it's good. It's because I'm good detective stuff. It's like Dick's, it's the last run of Detective up to New 52. So it's like some of Dick's final days as Batman.
Well, they're doing an excellent job of setting up. They're doing an excellent job of presenting to you who James Gordon is. And I think a lot of people have talked about, is James Gordon Jr. kind of the Joker to Dick's Batman? Kind of, his.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of his opposite, his nemesis. And they are doing a good job to present that of, one of the hallmarks of Dick is that he has a lot of empathy. And you are seeing with James Gordon what happens when you have none.
Exactly.
You have to fake.
All right. So, okay.
Creepy.
Yes. But recommend, right? Thumbs up.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, not a lot.
I say particularly if you like, as I do, Law and Order kind of shows or any of those sort of cop shows on TV, like Criminal Minds, any of that kind of stuff. A little bit, this kind of reads like an episode of a TV show kind of thing where it would be,
Yeah.
this person seems kind of psychopathic. Did they actually do it? Or are, because you are left unknowing. Such suspense.
I swear. Here, I'm just looking at them, trying to find the schedule for the updated schedule.
I think, okay, so that was 875. So what is it? 876, 77, 78?
6, 7, 8. Yeah, I believe so. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then,
8, yeah.
then it'll be 79, 80, 81.
Yeah. Because I remember they're all 3 except for this episode was the only the 2. Yeah, so yeah, 870. Well, next week, hopefully we should have Cal, so next week will be the interview, and then in 2 weeks, we'll have Detective Comics 876 through 878, and then, the week after will be Detective 879 through 881, which will, like I said, that's the final issues before New 52. And then that'll bring us to the last 2 weeks of the year, Kristen. Do you remember? We're going to give you something.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because we've already done, so we're not getting into the
because
comics.
we had a bunch of Tim Seeley issues planned out, but we're like, man, we're going to talk to him at the interview. So if we do those, maybe we'll push him back some, just so. So the last 2 weeks of the year, we're going to be doing, first, for episode 70, we're going to be covering the Batman the Animated Series episode, Old Wounds.
Do you just want to cover just that one episode?
I don't care. Do you want to throw in another episode with that?
Well, he's not in that many episodes as Nightwing. I think I have a list, but the cat one, or You Scratch My Back, that's a pretty good one too.
Okay. Yeah. You want to do that one?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. We'll do 2. Yes.
Those are like the 2 classic Nightwing ones, I think, from there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll do those. Yeah.
Since they're only half an hour. Yeah. I mean, but we're talking about them. We're not like going to watch them and like live chat, are we?
No.
We'll just chat about it.
Like you said, they're only half-hour episodes. Yeah, we'll do 2 of them. So yeah, that Catwoman one is good too.
Also,
and then last,
also for the kids, they can see what old school computers look like. Because that's the one where Dick takes a floppy drive of stuff.
Yes. And speaking of kids, what did you pick for the last week of the year?
Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans. Yeah.
That's right. So
because it has so many different versions of Dick Grayson featured in this movie. the Teen Titans Go version, the classic Teen Titans one, and then the Nightwing one pops up, and some others.
So we're going to give you some animation for the last 2 weeks of the year.
That's right.
For your Christmas and New Year's. All right, so.
Be family friendly since everyone will be hanging out together.
Oh, true. You can even watch them and then check out our commentaries or thoughts, whatever. All right, so anything else on this one?
Nope, that's it.
All right, like I said, kind of a short episode, but that's fine. Like I said, Cal Higgins, we gave you like 2 hours, so come on. Then,
it was an extra special size, the anniversary issue.
That's right. And Dan Jurgens last week was still an hour, but packed full of DC goodness. All right. So, again, remember, here's the schedule. Next week should be Cal Higgins. So if you have any questions about the...
Tim Seeley.
Oh, Tim Seeley. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the schedule. It's confusing me. Okay, sorry, guys. Yes, next week, Tim Seeley. Talking all things, the Grayson series, Nightwing Rebirth. So if you have questions about those, and then the 2 weeks after that, we'll be finishing up this detective run. And then, like we said, the last 2 episodes of the year, the 2 animated series episodes, Batman or Old Wounds, and then what's that Catwoman one?
I think it's You Scratch My Back or something like that. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I'll look it up when we're done. Yeah, so watch those, and then last week of the year, Teen Titans vs. Teen Titans Go. And then maybe in the next few weeks, maybe I'll put up our schedule for next year, so if anyone wants. Or maybe I'll just do it a month at a time, just so it's not,
to keep the suspense.
That, and so people can focus more. All right, everyone. So, send your thoughts on all of those. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Nightwing News on Facebook, Twitter. You can find links to all of the Capes and Lunatics shows for our social media. The YouTube channel, go subscribe. You can watch this video and more. You can watch Dan Jurgens. You can watch Cal Higgins. You can watch, hopefully, Tim Seeley soon talk to us. So, yes, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll find links to our Patreon, links to merchandise, all in one convenient place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/CapesandLunatics. And remember to support our sponsors, Tweaked Audio and Hunt-A-Killer. It's a nice murder mystery game, so go pick that up. Come on, be a detective like Batman and Nightwing. And if you're interested in books, go check out Pod Life the Book. Volume 1, now in digital and paperback. The audio version is coming soon, I hear, and so is Volume 2. And, again, if you'd love to read, go pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. That's right. Written by a true genius when it comes to the world of Dick Grayson. I don't want to say obsessive, but, true genius. A mad woman, a genius? I don't know.
Diggity dank. Diggity dank. Burn.
So yes, go pick up Pod Life the Book and Dick Grayson Boy Wonder. And again, if you pick up that Robin 80th hardcover deluxe edition, it tells you will like Dick Grayson Boy Wonder. So
there you go.
That's right. So pick that up. And when you go on Amazon for all of that, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the Southgate Media Group Network, and that masked madman, Rob, Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Please kick me in the pants.
Just like from the
I forgot to look that up.
Just like from the classic detective issue.
I'll find
Please kick me in the pants.
I believe it's Detective Comics 69. So
please kick me in the pants.
All right, everyone. So yes, come back next week. We should have Tim Seeley, and so send your questions for Grayson and Nightwing Rebirth. All right. But you think about it, we only have 5 more episodes this year? Good. Let's get 2021 in here. Just think how lonely and sad 2020 would have been if people got us here to keep our spirits afloat with some lightning.
Yep. It is indeed Detective 69.
Yep. Robin.
Robin, will you please kick me in the pants and do it without asking any questions? Okay, you're the boss, but what's the gag?
And on that note, join us next week. Same wing time, same wing channel.
Same wing channel.